honor to be here and to be speaking in front of you, and just to be in the room with all of you. I know that this group of individuals cares so deeply about all of our lives, and that you each bring your best to every day that you have, and you're yourself. And it's just really fantastic to feel that energy and have conversations with some new friends tonight. So thank you for listening to my story tonight. So I recently had a birthday, and I turned 39. At my 39th birthday, I'm surrounded by amazing friends, and people kept coming up to me and saying, "Happy 29. Oh, you can't be a day over 25. And every time they said that to me, I enthusiastically was like, no, I love my life right now. Like, things are really fantastic. And granted, I had a couple Moscow mules, but life is really fantastic, and I'm so glad that I'm exactly where I am right now. So at 29, I was in a relationship. It had been a 7-year relationship with a great man named Jerry, but things weren't quite right between us, and I could never quite pinpoint what it was. And Jerry, bless his heart, every once in a while he'd say, "Are you sure you're not a lesbian?" Like, no, I'm not a lesbian. And friends would say, "When are you getting married?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't really think that I need to pressure him for marriage. I'm fine, I don't need to get married." And at the end of my 29th year, I met Teresa, and so Teresa here is my wife. And we met while I was still with Jerry, and Teresa came, there was something about this woman that I was drawn to, and we're in like a group of probably 70 people, and I'm just like, I'm kind of stalking this woman, and I want to be her friend. And I go home to Jerry, and I'm like, "Jerry, I met this really great woman, Teresa, and we're going to be really great friends." And then we broke up. And 3 months later, Teresa got a toaster. And things started changing for me, and I was like, suddenly I felt different, and things started changing for me, and I started feeling like I was really like my true, authentic self with her. And then we were like, oh, we have to tell our families, and we started like spending every night together, and then I'm moving in, and we still haven't told our families, and it's like, oh, this is what's going on here. It feels funny and different. So eventually we came out and started becoming who we were as a couple. And the thing that struck me was that no one asked when we were getting married. You know, we're like a year and a half in, we're 3 years in, and no one's asking. And I'm like, can we even get married? So we start having conversations about it. And at this point, most of our friends were straight people, and we're not having conversations. And we met this couple, Lisa and Larissa, and they start telling us about DOMA. And they're educating us. And they're telling me to put the HRC sticker in my car. To where we did a photo shoot when I put my HRC sticker on my bumper car. I love bumper cars on my car. So just really like all these things started happening. And then fast forward a few years, we joined a softball team, and we meet some more lesbians. And then Ref 74 comes up, and we start campaigning for Ref 74. And we all enjoy that like victorious moment together. And we're still, or like during the Ref 74 campaigning, we're like, we're not getting married. No, we're telling people this, right? They're like, you're just putting all this time into it because you want to get married. And I'm like, no, it's not about us. It's about everybody. And I really heartfelt believe that was the case until Christmas comes around and we're with my family. So it's November, December, and November, December. And my brother says he's going to propose to his girlfriend of 2 years. And Teresa was like, they can't get married before us. Why would we let Megan and Charles get married before us? And so she proposes, I propose back, and we go into full-on planning mode. And so we got married in July of last year. And they got married in September of the same year in Indiana. And so suddenly we're married, and now we're traveling to Indiana 2 months later to a state where we're not recognized. We don't necessarily feel like ourselves, but we are like hell-bent that we are going to introduce ourselves as wife to everybody that we can. And it opened up so many amazing conversations with their friends and family about our relationship. And so just yesterday when Indiana came out with their news, Megan texted me and she's like, I'm with my coworkers and people are crying. I'm like, yeah, people are crying. This like impacts their life so much. So tell them how wonderful they are, and let's, call your AG, gotta call your Attorney General, let's make this happen. But it's I guess a sentiment to where we are here and where others are in other states. And until we are all able to get married here and in other countries, we gotta keep doing what we're doing and telling our story and putting money into places that are working towards improving all of our lives and allowing all of us to be visible. So, so with that said, a couple people ask us what's different. What's different isn't different for Teresa and I in our relationship, but what's different is for other people. Her uncle, after we got married, he came to our wedding, Buddha was there, but he never talked to us about our relationship before we got married. And then we get married, and the next holiday, he's like, how's my favorite couple? And he's like touching our backs, and he's all of a sudden, it's opened a new way of thinking for him. And then people suddenly on the street are like, you'll be like, oh, my wife and I, well, when are you having a baby? Like, that's so bizarre. But that's what happened when I was living in my life with Jerry. People wanted to know when we were getting married. They wanted to know when we were having babies. And now that we're able to get married, those same things begin to apply to us, and society starts seeing us different. So visibility, continuing to do what we're doing, it's amazing. It feels really warm and wonderful, and it's just fantastic to be here with all of you. Thank you. So Teresa and I are not Federal Club members yet. Tonight we'll be signing up, and so we want to be gold stars.
Gold star.
Yeah, it'll be a Reading Carsonated gold star for me. And so as you're thinking about tonight and whether or not I would love for you to become Federal Club members with us as well, which means you're donated $100 a month. And I'm so excited to get my bank statement and to see that $100 a month come out of my bank account and know that it's going towards an organization that's looking out for all of our best interests. And they're lobbying for us so that we don't have to really pay attention and go in and talk to those senators that we don't want to talk to, and we can't because we're here. They're teaching. One of the things that I've learned recently is they're going out and they've got a series of videos for doctors so that doctors can learn how to better relate to their LGBTQ clients. They're doing that sort of work. They're working on bullying and making sure that little girl who wants to play with Legos and shop in the boys department isn't harassed at school. So they're doing things beyond what I can do in my day-to-day life, and it's so important to me to know what they're doing. So I would invite you all tonight to consider becoming a Federal Club member at $100 a month, a Federal Council member, which would be $5,000 a year, so a little bit higher commitment. If you are a Federal Club member, which I know many of you here, not most, but many of you here tonight are, if you can up the amount that you're giving, that money's going to a good place, consider that. And then if you can make a one-time gift tonight, that would be fantastic as well. So thank you so much for listening to my story and for being here, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you.